Good morning, Valentina.
Good morning.
Welcome to our company. So, according to your CV, you are on 25
Yes.
and you graduated from INACAP on 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me about yourself?
Well, I'm responsible, punctual, and hardworking. I'm self-motivated, and I have the ability to prioritize in work effectively under pressure.
I think that it's very important to us that our employees know how to work under pressure, like you do. In your last job, you used to work with deadlines. If you do you respect them?
Well, actually, I think that every translator has to know how to work with deadlines. It is a basic characteristic for us. So, yes, I know how to work with tight deadlines. I think that is my greatest
I
strength.
agree with you because I think that we are trained to work with an exact period of time that was previously required. And I think that every person who wants to work here should have that characteristic as their greatest strength. But obviously, I need to know what your greatest weakness is.
Well, I'm a little meticulous in my work. I always need to know that it's perfect. But I try to trust on me and not to be perfectionist.
Okay, I think that to be a perfectionist is not a big problem. Actually, the big problem is to have a heavy workload and that your free hours turns to unsocial hours.
Right.
According to my experience, I can tell you as an advice
Okay.
that you have to learn to trust on yourself and in your capacities.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for the advice. If I get the job, it will be very useful.
Well, I would like to know what your greatest accomplishment is.
First of all, I will be a good asset for the company, and I will be always available for any task around the office, even the menial task.
It is good to know that if you work here, you will be very involved with the company.
Of course.
Also, that you always stay humble shows that you could be a good colleague.
Well, as usual, I need to know about your last job. What can you tell me about it?
Well, I used to work on an international company, but personally, I don't think that it was good for me because I did not practice my translator studies.
Okay.
So this is one of the reasons because I am not so sad about having dismissed as I should.
I agree with you. There is a good reason to leave a job because it's ridiculous to work on a job that you can show your real knowledge for what you study.
Yes.
Once I had a job where I had the same problem that you. Also, I live on a minimum wage. So that were the main reasons to leave my job. But unlike you, I leave my job and you were fired. Could you tell me
Well,
about it?
as I told you before, that job did not fill my expectations.
Okay.
And there were a difficult situation actually. I was involved in a project with a colleague, and after a couple of weeks, I realized that he didn't give his 100% as I did.
Okay.
So I talked about this situation with my boss, and the result was that my partner did the project on his own. And my boss thought that it was a professional misconduct case and that I was responsible for it.
Okay.
So that is the reason because I was wrongfully dismissed.
That is a very common situation because there are people that only know how to work on their own and they don't know how to be a good team worker. And I hope that this situation will help you in the future with another project. Because if we hire you, you need to know how to avoid this kind of troubles. And finally, I will know why you want to work here and why should we hire you.
Well, I would like to work here because I know it is a very good company, and I know that you are completely focused on translation area. And if I get the job, finally I will be able to practice my knowledge.
Okay?
And you should hire me because all the reasons that I told you before. And because I like to be surrounded by people, I'm a good talker, and I always try to avoid any kind of possible problems.
I think that your professional profile fits very well in what we are looking for. So, we will call you one way or another.
Oh, that is a good news.